Welcome back to Talkin' Winter Ops and our special series highlighting organizations working in the winter operations and road weather space. I'm Rick Nelson, and on behalf of the AASHTO Committee on Maintenance, their Maintenance Operations Technical Working Group, and the Winter Weather Management Technical Service Program, we're proud to host the 2024 National Winter Maintenance and Road Weather Briefing. These briefings give organizations an opportunity to showcase their efforts to help you achieve your winter maintenance mission. This episode features the Aurora Pooled Fund Study, and here to fill us in on what this project's all about and what they've been up to is Jason Norville. So winter Operations and Maintenance Materials Section Chief for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation and Chair of the Aurora Pooled Fund Study. Hi, Jason. How are you today?
Hi, Rick. That was a mouthful.
Yeah, you're an important guy. You got a long title.
I have varied responsibilities within PennDOT, so I do more than just winter, but my primary focus is winter, and it's the operational side of things. We actually have folks who handle the fleet, so I deal with the technology, I deal with incident and emergency management, as well as the materials that we use for winter, the tracking, performance measures, that type of stuff.
Yeah,
and I've been doing that since 2007.
And that makes you the perfect person to be chair of Aurora this go-round.
Well, it's not my first go-round either as chair. So I've been a member of Aurora since 2008.
All right. No, you're an old-timer.
There are, I think, 2 people there that have been there longer than me. And one of them is younger than me, so she'll still be there.
Right on. All right, Jason. Well, we've got the your Aurora brief queued up, so how about filling us in on what y'all been doing?
Sure. So the Aurora Pooled Fund right now is comprised of 19 states. That goes up and down. Sometimes some administrations have more or less interest in the group. What we do is we research, we develop, we deploy Argus-related technologies, but we kind of cover the broad spectrum of weather and the impacts that severe weather or winter weather can have on our network. We are always focused on improving safety, efficiency, and resilience. And so, yes, I'm the current chair. Mike Chapman from Colorado DOT is the vice chair, and Tina Greenfield from Iowa is the lead state representative. Like I said, we've been in existence, or the pool fund's been in existence since 1996, so it's been around for quite some time. And this is a list of the current states that we have. And again, they come and go sometimes. I think Nevada was part of the pooled fund at one time. And the new solicitation is already out, so we've been renewed for another 5 years. So we're covered from 2025 to 2029. That should take me to the end of my career, hopefully. So talk about what we do. We have what we call Friends of Aurora, and we have these meetings, I think, every other year, where we invite them to one of our board meetings. And this gives us an opportunity to talk to them and to allow them to hear what our challenges and our problems are and what we need solutions for. And we also allow them to present to us and talk to us briefly about what they're working on. It's not a sales pitch. We don't allow the sales pitch, but we do allow them to tell us about what's going on. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This is a good group of folks. The folks, Rick, you've been around long enough. The folks in the winter maintenance community, including the vendors, is a great group of people. They're more than willing to help you, even if you aren't their customer. If they hear a need and they think they know a solution for you, they may suggest it to you. And so that's why we always enjoy getting together with them.
And Jason, I think just to add some clarity, Friends of Aurora really is the vendor community that supports the winter maintenance operations, right?
Yes. Yeah, we also spend time talking to researchers and everything at most of our meetings as well. But yeah, the Friends of Aurora is specifically the vendors. If I didn't make that clear, I'm sorry. So here's some of the recent meetings we had. We went to San Diego. We've been to Portland. Our last meeting we just wrapped up here in the spring was in Boulder. And part of those meetings, we usually do a field trip. And it's a good thing because one, you're not sitting in a room together all day long looking at PowerPoint presentations, but it gives us a chance to see what other states are doing, or it gives us a chance to talk to folks in the industry and find out either what they're working on or tell them what our challenges are and what we hope to see coming down the road. There's always something interesting to see, to do, to talk. We meet with researchers. Sometimes we go to universities and we meet with researchers or even potential researchers, folks that might be interested in some of the things that, some of the RFPs that we put out. They might be interested in some of that. And so we let them know, how they can see those and how they can have an opportunity to bid on those to be the research institution that does the research that we're looking to get done. And some of our recently completed projects are using novel infrared thermography, the integration of connected vehicles and ARWIS technologies, the evaluation of spring load restrictions, and that's something that's important to quite a few states. We don't use that in Pennsylvania, but again, that's the benefit of this pooled fund is you get a group of states together that have a common interest. The real friction or the real user friction for winter maintenance operations and evaluation, and then road weather management using connected vehicle technology. And some of these are all emerging technologies, things that are just now being developed or being refined. And this is one of the projects, the roadway ice snow detection using thermography. And you can see that. And all these completed projects are also up on the Aurora website, and there'll be an address at the end that everybody can go to and look at the completed research projects. The integration of connected vehicle and ARWIS technologies, the evaluation of spring load restrictions that I spoke about, the real user friction for winter maintenance operation and evaluation. And I'll just call this one out only because Pennsylvania was one of the case studies. And it was actually suggested by Nera Dynamics that Pennsylvania be a case study or one of the case studies that they did in this research project, because we are actually rich in probe data for this. And this is actually something that actually benefits us because we're starting to use friction data more and more, both for evaluation of our operations, but also for implementing and removing vehicle restrictions, including variable speed limits. So this was really an important one to me as well as to my traffic folks. The road weather management using connected vehicle technology. And again, we've been talking about this for years, and I think we're still trying to hone it. We're still trying to work with US auto manufacturers to get the data. That's been one of the hiccups. I think there's been some breakthroughs on that. And then we also have a list of active projects. We're in phase 4 of our optimal ARWIS sensor density. Automated variable speed limits using weather, traffic, and friction data, an intelligent human-centric communication system for adverse weather and road conditions. And again, that goes for more than just winter. These apply in severe, it could be hail, it could be rain. There's a lot of severe weather that impacts traffic and traffic operations. Standardized framework for winter weather road condition indices. Another challenge is trying to find a common ground on those weather indices, even weather descriptors sometimes. And again, this tells you about the project, and this slide deck will also be available for everybody to review. I don't want to sit here and read word for word what we have on the screen. Death by PowerPoint is no fun. So automating variable speed limits. And this is one that's of interest to Pennsylvania as well as other states, but specifically to me because right now we do use variable speed limits, but it's not automated. We've been talking about automated or at least partially automated. Right now, no one's comfortable allowing it to do it all by itself. They still want human intervention to confirm what the automated system says. So this is another one of those important projects for us as a DOT. The Intelligent Human-Centric Communication System for Adverse Weather Conditions. And this is using AI technology. The Standardized Framework for Winter Weather Road Condition Indices. And again, this is, again, the severe weather indices, the weather impact indices, how do you measure that and how do you report it back and in a useful form? And then we're always looking for new ideas. We had 29 ideas submitted to us this spring. We've actually already selected one. So we have a new project coming. And we have our fall meeting coming. That'll be in October. And we'll be in Madison, Wisconsin.
All right. Sounds like you guys have got a pretty full plate of research, active research and research in the books.
We do, and that's the beauty of the website is that whole history of completed research is there for folks to go look at and read those reports. It's in a nice, convenient spot, and then we also have a members area where we can look at ongoing research.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the friction project for the PA was a case study, and that one's being finalized right now. So that report will actually be out shortly. So what?
Yeah, and we've had an opportunity to collaborate on podcast episodes with respect to your researchers. I know the optimal Arwis density project. We've showcased that a few times on the podcast.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one too.
Jason, I think just to sort of wrap this up, you sort of glossed over your meeting schedule a little bit, and the fact that you go out and you do these field trips. I've had the privilege of participating a few times in your Aurora meetings, and I think that's just such a unique element associated with this particular pool fund. Is you're not waiting for folks to come to you. You're going out and you're seeking relationships with researchers. You're seeking relationships with vendors. You know, and I think back to the meeting you had on your slide in San Diego when you went to the institute there, and the huge atmospheric river project spun up out of that. I think that was just such valuable work, and I don't know if it ever would have come to be if the Aurora Pooled Fund would not have met in San Diego and reached out to the folks at Scripps to evaluate that.
Oh, absolutely, and that is part of the benefit, and that's I did gloss over it, but I did say, this is where they get to hear what we need and what our concerns are, and I agree with you. The field trips are incredibly valuable, even for me in my career, making connections with people. And as a group, just coming together as a group of peers, it's incredibly valuable. These pooled funds are beyond just the research, because now you have connections in other DOTs. And that's one of the things that, early in my career, I knew people from Aurora, and I knew I could either email them or pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I have this problem. Can you help me out? And anybody that I ever did that with has, and they know they can call me if they have an issue. So there's a real benefit. We eat meals together and everything, and we have a chance to talk work and find out the ongoing issues just outside of Aurora even that we're dealing with and how we can help each other.
So Jason, Aurora's a pooled fund study. What's the annual commitment if a state was interested in joining the Aurora Pooled Fund Study?
It's $25,000, and it's worth every penny.
And your website is here. So Jason, what we'll do at the bottom of this video, we'll put your email address. We'll put Tina, Zach's, and Neil. So if folks want to find out more about Aurora, if you're interested in the work that they're doing, want to discuss research projects underway or advanced, they'll have a way to reach out to you all. We'll also put your website address out there to help facilitate that discussion.
Absolutely. And Zach and Neil will be more than helpful.
Well, thanks again, Jason. I sure do appreciate it.
No problem, Rick. Anytime. Thank you.
You can listen to all the briefings and other Talkin' Winter Ops episodes on our website, talkinwinterops.com, or wherever you get your podcast content. Video versions are available on our Talkin' Winter Ops YouTube channel. So until next time, thanks for tuning in and stay safe out there.